terms of differentiating between gang graffiti and graffiti art or street art or whatever you want to call it, there is definitely a difference, and the difference is the intent. The intent of the writing that goes on the wall is very different. When we do walls where we may be putting up our name, but it's in a way of decorating the city. It's in a way of beautifying the walls. It's in the way of promoting our art form. When gangs do it, it's typically sending a message, usually about territory. And that's the difference, in essence, what it is. Like Retna said, there's definitely a lot of artists who have been influenced by it, and that's what makes LA graffiti so different than graffiti in any other city. And one of the things I noticed right off the bat, like I remember the first time I went to Germany, was we were painting on the wall, and this 80-year-old lady walked by and was like, this is a cool wall that everybody's painting and blah, blah, blah. And I remember I asked her if she was offended by it or didn't like it, and she was like, no, it's just kids doing what kids do. And in LA, I don't know if you'd ever hear that in LA, but one of the things in LA is and I'm sure this happened to a lot of writers, not just myself, you'd be out there doing a commissioned piece, but just because you have a spray can, you'll have cops, pull you to the side and put guns at you. You'll have people honking and flipping you off, and you'll have people try to call and get the building owner to erase the mural and all that kind of stuff. And it comes from the fact that in LA there is a history of gang graffiti, and there's this connotation that a spray can or that graffiti denotes violence. And so people are afraid of the violence associated with gang graffiti. And in the early 90s and late 80s, when LAPD and whoever else decided to just throw in graffiti writers as the batch of gang members in LA, they made it official. And so after that happened, it got really dangerous for people who were doing graffiti. Didn't matter if you were, painting happy faces or doing, your block letters on the corner. Everyone was a target. And so there has been that history in LA that's been really difficult to overcome. I don't know if we'll ever overcome it fully, but it's what makes LA LA, and that's one of the things that we both love and we hate.